Hey everyone, you're listening to 4Player Podcast, a weekly live show about video games. We hope you'll stick around for another year of gaming discussion, fantasy critic hijinks, and of course, general shenanigans here at 4Player. Before we start this episode, we want to send a thank you out to everyone who listens and give a quick welcome to any newbies. I'll try to keep this short because this is, and always will be, an ad-free show. We've been at this since 2008, so if you like what we do, please subscribe and leave a review on your preferred podcast service. Join us in our Discord at discord.gg/4player, or, if you're so inclined, throw us a couple bucks a month on Patreon. We record these episodes live every Tuesday night on twitch.tv/4playerpodcast, all spelled out, and episodes hit podcast services on Friday morning. You can find all the links you need at 4playernetwork.com. But enough about that, let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome to 4Player Podcast. This is episode 844. It is August 13th, 2025. I'm your host, Nick Henderson, joined tonight by Brad Simons.
Hello. You know how we don't have weird internet problems when we podcast? We podcast in the same room. Remember those days?
I do. Actually, I was reminiscing about that the other day because I was out of town at a family reunion, and as it usually happens, somebody asked me about the podcast, right? And then they start asking technical questions about how we do things, and it always comes back to me yeah, we used to do it in person every week. That was crazy. But now we can all do it in our sweatpants. And then when COVID ended, we were just like, no, I like this.
I disagreed.
Keep doing this.
I disagreed with that.
I know you disagreed. I mean,
I said we make Chris Davis drive into the Austin area every week. That'd be sick.
Chris Davis,
I already do.
He just volunteered. Chris Davis, do you want to volunteer to turn the room you're in right now into a podcasting room?
I'm not driving to his house.
Hey, we can have a fun time at my house.
That's weird. I don't like the way you sounded.
That
sounded strangely sexual.
Nick has been to my house, and he says I have a nice place.
Okay, but you also had your sex dungeon locked, okay? You know.
That's not true because I don't have a basement.
Who said sex dungeons have to be in a basement?
Dungeons are always below ground and that shit.
Oh man, you haven't read enough. You haven't seen enough. Dude, you haven't seen enough true crime. Some people have their sex dungeons in their attic. Just saying. Sorry, this got weird. This is taking a weird turn.
You made it weird, yeah.
We're here. Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. And again, I apologize. We're recording this on a Wednesday night. Usually, obviously, we're recording this on Tuesday night. I'm freshly back from a vacation, and my brain's still a little fried. So what's been up, guys? How you doing?
What's in Wyoming? Wyoming?
Not a lot. We went to Yellowstone. That was cool. Spent a whole day driving around Yellowstone. That place is enormous.
That's like the thing,
and
though. Outside of Yellowstone, what is there to do?
Well,
drive through the countryside.
First of all, especially where our reunion was at, which is where my in-laws live. It's absolutely fucking stunning, even though it's in the tiniest middle of nowhere town. But holy shit, beautiful country. And yeah, we did Yellowstone. Went to Old Trail Town, which is old Western shit, which actually got me in the mood to play Red Dead. So I did.
You motherfucker.
I know, man.
Bitches constantly about drowning in games starts up Red Dead again.
Yeah, I know. I also started Octopath Traveler 2, which I'll talk about tonight.
That's so random.
Didn't
you mention that last week?
I mentioned that I started it, but at that point I only played an hour of it, so I wasn't going to talk about it.
I'm a little concerned that that's what you chose to start and play. I feel like that's not going to be good for your
I'm enjoying it.
Mental health. Your video game like anxiety or whatever the fuck.
But there's also what you have to realize is that a lot of my video game anxiety, as you put it, stems from the fact that I want to find time to play games that aren't necessarily the latest and greatest, but I feel like I can never do it. So I'm forcing myself to do it. So I
didn't even know you were that interested in. I didn't know he was that interested in Octopath Traveler 2, to be honest. That's why it's so weird. It's It's it has big Chris Davis energy. You know what I'm saying? Chris Davis, are you trying to read lips or are you listening to me? We're podcasting, bro.
I mean,
Sorry. My wife poked her head in, and I
No, we were fine, but Chris Davis froze and he just stared at your screen and was trying to read lips. And I was podcasting over here.
This is why I'm
seconds.
No, I wasn't doing that at all. I wasn't participating at all. In fact, I was just replying to a tweet. That's all.
Even worse. Were you on Twitter?
Blue Sky.
I mean, like,
who's still on Twitter?
Multiple. I mean, why are you on that when you're literally there's 3 people on this podcast?
Because
Crispy
someone at me and I want to answer
the chemistry on his shoulders, and he's gone tonight, and you're on Twitter, bro. We need you. We need your head in the game.
I just want everybody to know.
Hold on, Nick. He's got to tell us about this tweet. What was so important? Tell me about the tweet, Chris Davis.
Well, we were talking about.
I want to know.
No, Jeff Grudd was doing Blight Club today, and he was playing Trespasser. And then we got to talking about Imran Khan's infecting people with "I am in love with your dead grandmother." The game.
Who's we?
A guy I was talking about on Blue Sky.
Can you tell that guy to hang on? Say tell him from me. Hang on. Okay. I'm podcasting.
All right, hang on.
Okay.
Let me
and I'm being chewed out by the people on my podcast.
Yes,
because I'm talking to you right now.
Well, I've got a 240 character limit, so we got to be concise here.
I want everybody to understand this who's listening at home that we just did about it's a skeleton crew tonight. We just did like a 45 to 50 minute trailer talk before hitting record. We're already going to do a kind of a shorter show tonight, and before that, every word out of Chris Davis's mouth was triggering Brad, was setting him off.
Yeah. I mean,
I found the sweet spot.
He assured me that wasn't going to be a problem. We were going to make it through this podcast, and it sounds like that's no longer.
I made no assurance, sir.
Take a step back. Let's take a step back. Let's take a step back for a second. In all fairness, you did mute your mic to handle a situation. I was vamping, and that's when he decided, instead of listening and responding to me on the podcast, he was going to respond to somebody on Twitter. He is in the wrong. Point at him and say bad, and then we move on.
I mean, Chris Davis, shame on you.
Shame me every week, because I do this every week, buddy.
He's just yeah.
One more thing that was great about doing the podcast in person is we towards the end there, we started having a cell phone, like drop your cell phone in the bucket policy before we recorded. Can't do that. Can't really do that here anymore. Anyways, what was I talking about? Wyoming? Wyoming's beautiful. I played a couple video games on the run. What?
And you almost died to a buffalo.
Anything else there?
No, yeah, never mind. Honestly, I've heard plenty about Octopath Traveler 2. I heard it's really good. I'm glad you're playing it. It is weird to pick a long JRPG to play in these situations, but
I don't know why it's been kind of like staring me down in my Steam library. I keep like when I'm trying to like figure out something to play, I keep like eyeballing it, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Now's the time. Oh, I guess we're rolling the footage. I'm talking about Octopath Traveler 2.
Oh, wait, you are? You're talking about on the podcast?
Yeah.
Didn't you talk about it last week? Remember you
Brad, we literally had this conversation. I told you. There is a competition tonight for who's paying the least amount of attention, because Brad, literally before that whole Chris Davis debacle happened, I told you that I mentioned it last week, but I had only played like an hour of it, so I decided I wasn't going to talk about it. Now I've played like 8 to 10 hours. Somewhere in there.
Okay.
Look, I'm not going to spend a bunch of time. I do think that, like, as far as Octopath Traveler goes, on this particular podcast, we only ever talked much about the first one. I feel like it came up briefly when it first came out, maybe, but I don't remember having like a deeper conversation
probably
about this.
And none of us have time to play Octopath Traveler.
I know, me included. I don't have time to be playing this, but I
talked about it a little bit. I remember.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying we just completely omitted it entirely, but it is something that I don't have. Like, most of my thoughts and memories about Octopath Traveler are associated with the first game, which I kind of bounced off fairly quickly. And I'm trying to kind of put my finger on like what it is about Octopath Traveler 2 that is kind of like sticking the landing that the first one didn't, because they do seem very similar. But like they definitely fixed some things, but like I think it also has a lot to do with the writing, because like I was just not into the story or the characters almost right out of the gate with Octopath Traveler 1, and I think that's kind of what over time.
Maybe you just picked like a couple of good ones. I mean, because I feel like both games had some characters where the story is just a little.
That's a good point. I never thought about like
if you pick wrong, it could be a turnoff.
I mean, that is kind of what makes Octopath Traveler an interesting game, I suppose, is that like the beginning of the game can start one of 8 different ways, I suppose, depending on what character you play as, and then like depending on how you progress through the story. I never quite, because I never even got far enough in there to like truly understand like what the like structure of the game is beyond like, okay, I picked a character, the story started, but like how does that weave its way into these other characters when it doesn't have like a set starting point. And I imagine this is almost identical in the second game.
They improved some of the things like moments where the characters interact. One of the big problems in the first one is the characters almost never interacted with each other, which was weird. They fixed
maybe that was part of the problem, because
yeah,
because there's definitely more character interaction here. And
I think the quest design is better. Like you're doing more stuff as part of like your objectives. You know, I don't know. The first one was kind of simple.
I mean, everything. I've
it is
told...
still kind of simple. And oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say everything I've been told about the first game was that was one of the biggest complaints, that like it's a game about an ensemble of characters, but they weren't interacting with one another. That just
they're all telling you. It's almost like you're guiding individual characters through their individual stories, even though they're traveling together. But yeah, like, that doesn't seem to be the case here. I'm rolling with 3 different characters right now, and seeing them talk to each other and have it like the way their story kind of like unfolds organically, and then like having like the different ways in which they can like interact with like NPCs and with people in your party is pretty interesting. And just kind of like their core stories for each of these first 3 characters have actually been really interesting. I was like, I like all these characters so far. It's 3. I mean, for me, again, only playing with 3 characters at the moment, but like 3 out of 3 of them, I'm into these stories. That just wasn't the case for me in the first game. But
like the battle system is good. It's got a good battle system.
Dude, the battle system is legit. I'm having a great time with the battle system. And like the secondary, the job system, where you have like a secondary system, you can earn licenses to give yourself a secondary support or a secondary job, and then learn abilities from those 2 jobs, is really, really neat, even though I've only kind of scratched the surface of those. And like the combat has a really nice flow to it. The one thing that kind of bugs me is that like, and it is kind of a simple game, to your point, Brett, in terms of like the world design. It's a gorgeous game, obviously, but like the design of like the environments is kind of simple, and I get this like little dopamine rush whenever I see a chest. I don't know what it is, but like the way like chests are kind of like scattered about, and I can see it.
It's called nostalgia, Nick. It's called nostalgia.
Yeah, I guess it is a little bit of nostalgia, but like I get that little dopamine hit, and I go for it, and I like it. But like what bugs me is that there's no map. There's a world map. You can see where you are in relation to the rest of the world and like towns and stuff. But like I got literally stuck in a town because I couldn't find the exit, because there wasn't a map I could look at to tell me the exit. All I knew was that the place I was trying to go was south of the town. So it's like there should be an exit at the south part of the town so I can start traveling south. And that wasn't the case. So I eventually was like, I guess I'm just going to go somewhere else. Which is an option, which is nice, but like I don't understand why there's only one giant map and not a mini map or like a town map or something. Maybe I'm missing something, but that's like the one thing that's kind of bugging the shit out of me. But like everything else with this game is pretty fucking great. Like, and the fact that I don't know if you could do this in the first one. You could like the music is legit. You can tap in between. You can tap I think the right shoulder button or the right trigger, and it'll like switch from day to nighttime instantaneously, and that can actually switch up your character's abilities.
Okay.
Weird.
Like
I don't think that was in the
certain
first
characters. Certain characters or certain job classes will have like perks that like are only active at night. So like I have Temenos in my party, who's a cleric, and when you play with him at night, he has a support ability that basically as soon as you start the battle, it blinds all the enemies for the first two turns or something. And I'm like, that's super interesting. But at the same time, enemies are usually stronger and more aggressive at night and do more damage. So it's kind of like a trade-off. But like, there's a lot of like cool like interplay between those kinds of systems, and there's a lot of those things going on.
Are you gonna keep it going? You gonna finish this game, Nick?
That okay. I will say this: I did not do the research before I started this game. I did not look it up on how long to beat, and then I started it and I was like, I'm liking this. And then I looked it up on how long to beat, and I was thinking this was gonna be like 30-40 hour game. It says like 80 hours is like the minimum. I was like
60 hours for main story, main plus sides, 83 hours.
I'm here to show you that you can make good game choice. You could start games and finish games between podcasts like I did this week, Nicholas.
Nice.
When I
nice transition.
Picked up and played Ooo Caterpillar.
It's
a caterpillar. I don't think it's a name. So this has been like really hard to search for because I didn't know how
it's this game.
Make the O with the dots. But apparently like iPhone keyboards, if you hold the button, it'll have the like accented letters.
Yeah.
Which it was an option on my phone. I just had to turn it on. So now I can search it. Anyways, it's like an O with like a weird thing on top. I don't know. I think if you just type 3 O's into Steam, you'll find it. But this is the Nama Takahashi game, I think. I don't know who that is, but he made another game called Electhead, which was another short puzzle game that was Nama Takahashi's Electhead. I feel like if we're using his name, he probably did something before these two puzzle platformers.
That makes him noteworthy, yeah.
That makes him noteworthy. Otherwise, I don't know. He's a little high on himself, but maybe he should be because this game was sick. This game, I don't know. It's a puzzle platformer where you're a caterpillar and you have bombs and you use bombs to get around the world. It's kind of like a Metroidvania, but more of like
so like outside of your head. So are the other parts of your body all bombs? Is that what those are?
Yeah.
Like they're following you.
You start off with one bomb. You start off with one bomb and then you get another bomb. And here's the thing about this game. It's like very simple, but it's like super tightly designed because you only have like two like buttons essentially. You can create a bomb and then you can explode the bomb. And eventually you get the ability to create two bombs. And the game, like what's crazy is how this is a Toki Tori like. Are you familiar with Toki Tori?
Not
This is a puzzle platformer where like the only thing keeping you from progressing is that you don't know like all the tricks you can do with your bombs. And it's like staggering how the game like teaches you those things, but also like keeps finding ways to show you new ways you can like get around like platforming style and like move other things and whatnot.
Yeah.
Using your bombs, which is crazy. It's crazy because at some point I was like, okay, I got it all. This is what they're doing here. This is what I can do with these bombs. And then 2 screens later, I was learning something else I can do with these bombs. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. I've done everything I can. I have a very limited set of options. I can do this and I can get up there and I can hit this bomb there and blow up that wall. But no, they keep teaching you new things. It's very tightly designed. It's elegant, I tell you. Just very smart puzzle platforming design, let me tell you. And it's like a Metroidvania. It has big animal well.
Dude, I was shocked when you opened the menu because I was like, I don't know why. I was not, or the map. I wasn't really expecting like a full blown like looks like a fucking like Castlevania menu, or I keep saying menu map.
You said Metroidvania.
You open it up, but that's not.
Yeah,
I know,
it is,
but like
it is a Metroidvania. I'd say it's like a Metroidvania actually, because like I was saying, it has big animal well energy where at first things seem far simpler than they are. And then all of a sudden the game, like they do this a lot, right? The game very naturally will teach you how to achieve things with your bombs. and then it'll
Yeah.
send you to a dead end and go, and you'll have to just
Like in the footage right here.
Oh, does that happen? Yeah, yeah.
I
in
mean,
the
it
footage?
looked like you were suddenly stuck. Yeah.
You'll see me a lot in this footage, just kind of staring at the screen because I'm trying to figure out like how am I supposed to do what the game is trying me or is telling me to do here. But yeah, it'll throw you into a dead end, and then you'll have to figure out, okay, wait a minute, I just learned something new I can do with my bombs. I bet I can like go back and go the other way and try to figure that out. It's like it gets very difficult and tricky. But it's doable. There are like optional puzzles in the game, like secret areas that I'm finding. Like I found a lot of them on the way to credits, and then after credits, I'm kind of like going back through and trying to like figure them out. Those are very tricky, and it has a lot of I think they are expecting me to do something on the opposite end of the map, like place a bomb, come back here, and then try to solve this puzzle. Like there's a lot more world interactivity than I was expecting. Like some of the best, most clever puzzles in the game involve timing based stuff across the world, but in ways that are, I don't know, unexpected. It's a very cool, short, but also inexpensive puzzle platformer. And I can't recommend it enough. It's really cool. It's cheap. I think everybody should just pick it up and play it. You're not gonna find there's it came out last week. There's not like professional reviews, critics, not yet at least. Maybe one or two, but like there's a healthy amount of Steam reviews, and they're like all positive. It's like
Pulling it up right. Ooh, it's only
Don't take-
$7.99. Overwhelmingly
seems fine.
positive.
Yeah, it's
Overwhelmingly
very, very
positive.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was at 100% for a long time, and then one person was like, "I'm gonna tear this game down." LOL. You know, because we can't have nice things. But it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's not like layer 1, 2, and 3. It's more like just layer 1 and 2. But also, shut the fuck up, Zero Skies. Shut the fuck up, okay? He played it wrong, okay? He didn't experience the real animal well, or whatever the fuck, and I'm right, and shut up. Yeah. But that's not the only game I played. I played another puzzle game. On top of Ooo, I picked up another inexpensive but cool puzzle game. Both these had trailers in that indie world, I think. The other one I played is called Is This Seat Taken? Also sub $10, I believe. Because, you. I make responsible choices. I know I'm not going to finish
gamer.
the 80-hour JRPG. Okay, so I play cool new games.
What do I have to do to win with you guys? I'm playing a JRPG. I'm playing a legitimately Japanese-made
play Baldur's Gate 3,
RPG.
a game you claim to love.
But then you would tell me that I hate Japanese games.
Well,
not necessarily.
But
I'm playing a JRPG right now. Like a legit, not like a Western-made JRPG.
You started a JRPG. Are you gonna hit credits in that JRPG?
I've hit credits on other JRPGs, bitch.
Yeah, when you were trying to win a challenge.
I was gonna play Persona 5 or Persona 4. No, Persona 3 last year. Okay. Regardless,
are we rolling footage for this? Is Seat Taken? Okay, is the seat taken? Is that what it's called? Is the seat taken? This is like a logic puzzling game where you've done these. These were like bonus questions on your like math test in elementary school or whatever.
You're really selling it for me.
This person needs to sit next to this person, but he doesn't want to sit at the same table as this guy. And you're trying to find a way to
make everybody happy.
And that's this game. It's all about seating people and meeting their needs of their seating placement. And it starts very simple, like, oh, this person wants to sit alone, and this person wants to play music, and then this person doesn't want to sit alone. He wants to sit next to his friend, but his friend doesn't want to listen to music. So you need to sit somewhere away from the person playing music. And then they start introducing like, this person smells really bad. And he has like an area of effect of like, you can't sit anyone who doesn't who's not okay with sitting next to smelly people in this person's area. Otherwise, their needs won't be met. So it's all about moving people around constantly to get everybody seated in a place where they are content. And then you complete the level. And it starts off really simple, but then it gets real tricky. I think the level I'm doing right now, they also want food. So there are people who are like, well, this guy wants like a cheeseburger or something. He wants something to eat, but he has to sit with his homie, Charles, and Charles can't stand cheeseburgers. So you better not be a fucking cheeseburger that you're feeding that guy. And also, he hates loud noises. He hates loud chewing. So you can't sit him next to someone who's chewing loudly. It's clever. It's clever, and it can
You
be
know,
tedious, but maybe tedious in a good way. I think that's the joke, is that you finally get you go one by one. You're like, okay, I'm going to sit this person here and I'm going to sit this person here. And everybody seems happy. And then there's like one more person and he's like, oh, this person won't sit
fucks it up for
behind
everybody.
someone, yeah, the level I get to after this is like a movie theater, and they have like, oh, this guy wants to sit towards the center of the seats, right? But he also doesn't want to be behind someone who's on their phone. And sure enough, there are people who are like on their phone, so you're trying to sit them in the back, but like, oh, this guy wants to sit next to his mom or whatever, or like they'll have like, this person eats popcorn, this person wants to steal popcorn. So you have to sit them next to a person who is eating popcorn. It's clever. It's cute. It has a nice art style.
Look, I will say this.
I don't know how long this game can go for it to still be not annoying.
Cute.
But so far, I'm not too annoyed yet. But like, this shouldn't be more than a 3-hour game. Otherwise, they fucked up. But we'll see. I don't know how long it is.
I will say this. First of all, this is not a knock against the game. I think it's smart. It's certainly got a cute look to it. I hate this. Like this game sounds like my worst fucking nightmare.
I think there are
Holy
people
shit.
who will not be cool with the very idea. But you understand, like, that is the puzzle, right? It's supposed to be hard to seat annoying to seat all these people. So like, I can see it not clicking with people, like, absolutely. But because it's like they keep coming up with like clever and annoying rules that you have to follow, it's tedious, but in a good way. There is like some writing and stuff before and after like the levels where they're like chatting between each other, and like that writing, I don't know what's going on. They're like, it's like weird. They're like talking about celebrities. I think they're trying to make some sort of connective tissue between the levels and the characters, but I'm just not following along. I don't know if they just needed to punch up that script a little bit, but it's not very long. It's just like a few people talking, but every time I'm like, what is this nonsense? Who are they talking about? Because they all look the same. So I don't know if I'm supposed to remember like one character from a previous level versus another, but like, oh, on a previous level, they were all on a bus together and I was trying to seat them on a bus, and I don't know if these are the same people, but anytime they open their mouths, I'm like, I don't understand what they're talking about. Like, this seems, can we please just get to the damn level? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Is the seat taken? Is it? I don't know. I think neither of these have like a Metacritic score yet, I don't think. But the Steam reviews for this one are also very good, and it's cheap and not
Brad
80 hours
bringing
long.
Brad bringing the jimmies this week. The short cheap jimmies.
Yeah,
that's true.
Somebody's got to.
Just FYI, I did also start playing Heartworm, but I'm not going to talk about that yet. I need to play more of it, and that's a new game. But I also didn't feel like that didn't feel like a very appropriate game to be playing on like an airplane. Not an appropriate game, but like, I don't know. On an airplane, I want to be less stressed, and I feel like that was going to stress me out. So I didn't.
Well, maybe you should have played a couple of cozy games like I did.
I played some more Lumines. Man, that I shouldn't say this. Say the plane could be going down, and I would be playing. I would be like so hyper focused on Lumines that I'd be fine.
I'm so excited for the new game. It's crazy because it's like I've also played some Luminous Remastered, but it's fucking old, man. It's old, and it kind of feels like we need a new
I want to feel the new hotness that is Lumines, but man,
And you better do it in VR or I'll kill you. I will
Jesus.
just
Okay.
show up at
Noted.
your house and fill your bathtub full of water and hold you under the water until you're dead. Until you're dead.
Jesus.
You
All
are
right.
the only person who bought a PSVR 2 and
It's
you
true.
refused to play it. And we told you this was going to happen. And you're like, I know.
Brad, there was no part of me that doubted you when you said this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen.
But you have one. So just play
But I
it.
got to play Horizon Call of the Mountain, and it was great.
But there's been more than one game. There's been
I
other cool
know.
stuff.
I want to
Not
play
a
that
lot.
Alien
Not a
game.
lot. But I'm saying, like, if anyone should be taking the opportunity to jump on those
I
few
know.
games.
Here's
that
my
are
prop.
really cool. It's you.
Here's my promise to you, Brad. Next week, I will have a
Yeah.
VR game to talk about.
Really? I mean, you
Really?
could wait until Lumines. As long as you do play Lumines in VR.
You're right. I probably shouldn't be making that promise right now. I will talk about a
Yeah, like,
VR game in September. How's that? When is Lumines even coming out? I don't even know.
Are you saying that you're going to... I don't think it has a date yet. Are you saying that you're going to seek out a VR game that you don't know about?
Yeah, I mean, there's
I
a
think
few.
there's some cool
There's a
stuff.
few I want to put. Yeah, there's a few I actively want to play. I just haven't yet. So I'll pick one of those. And honestly, they've probably gone down in price quite a bit since they came out. I
Well,
would imagine.
Not
VR
really.
is like hit and miss in terms of like dropping prices. But sometimes you get a sell. Sometimes you get a nice sell.
Motherfucker.
There's cool shit out there.
Yeah. You could do that Behemoth game.
Maybe not.
I really do genuinely. I'm watching Alien Earth now, and now I kind of want to play that Alien game, even though it's probably not
You're
great.
watching Alien Earth. Oh, is that a show?
First 2 episodes just dropped yesterday.
Oh, I thought it
Evidently,
was
it's
a
getting really good
movie.
reviews.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Well,
pretty good.
according to
It's
who?
pretty good.
So I
mean,
saw someone
just
post the tomato
Metacritic,
meter
it's-
ranking, but like that means nothing for TV shows.
I mean,
It's
I
getting
have
good scores
watched
on Metacritic.
It's I haven't checked today,
Let's see.
but it was.
what?
It had like 60 reviews, and it was like 90 something percent.
Alien
that
Earth
is high.
85
for
on-
Metacritic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
that's
I
high
have
for
watched.
Metacritic.
I've watched the first 2 episodes, and it is pretty good. Pretty good.
You can never go by Rotten Tomatoes because if you went by Rotten Tomatoes, you would see that Twisted Metal season 2 has a 95%.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I've been
Something's
watching
going on
it,
there.
by the way. I've been watching Twisted Metal season 2, and let me tell you what's crazy. One, I continue to not know who Twisted Metal, the television show, is for because the series hasn't been relevant in over 2 decades. Like we're actually about 25 years since Twisted Metal was hot. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time.
Yep.
Now they're making a show, and the show is so weird because it's like slapstick in a way that the games kind of really weren't. I mean, they were, but they weren't. I mean, the ones that people like really like were, or like Twisted Metal Black was very like edgy and stuff. So this is
I
kind
like
of edgy,
Black.
but it's like slapstick edgy. And I don't, it's strange. I think Malia is enjoying it more than I am as a Twisted Metal fan because I don't know. As a Twisted Metal fan, I'm not getting too much out of it outside of going, oh, I recognize that car or you know, that person or whatever. And like Anthony Mackie's not really doing it for me. And a lot of these characters are not really doing it for me. But
How's Nev Campbell?
she's no longer on the show. She didn't want to do season
Damn
2,
it.
which is kind of crazy because
No.
I think they found their groove. I don't know why she asked for too much money. I don't know. But
I
they
think
they
she's
just
probably also she's also booked. She's doing the Lincoln Lawyer and Scream and all this other stuff. So she's probably just
sure.
scheduling stuff.
Maybe.
But I'm just it's a fun show, I think, but it's weird. It's like post-apocalyptic slapstick car combat show, and they're not in their vehicles all that much, probably for budget reasons because it's kind of a lower budget. Like it doesn't have
Right.
a Fallout budget, you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
will say
right.
though, like Sweet Tooth is awesome. Like I feel like they nailed Sweet Tooth, and
That's
anytime
crazy.
he's on screen, everyone's having a good time. Well, because he's like a psychotic serial killer, but he's also like, I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. You know, it's Will Arnett does the voice,
Yeah.
and I don't know. it works, man. It fucking works.
So
And he even lights his head on fire when he
Yeah.
drives.
Yeah.
According to Metacritic, season 1 of Twisted Metal was a 58. Season
right.
2, granted it's only 5 critic reviews so far, is a 74.
Yeah, but there you
Yeah,
go.
it's not a lot to go by. You know, real quick, I know we're talking about Twisted Metal now, but just to bounce back for a second, because Mr. Papa Shot reminded me, because I think this would interest Brad maybe, but that Alien Earth show is written and directed by the guy who did Fargo.
Okay.
Fargo, like
The show.
The okay.
Noah, Noah,
Because the
Hawley,
Coen brothers
Noah
made
Hawley?
Fargo. Like Fargo.
No, not the
But-
movie. Not the movie, but the show. The Noah, I think is his name, Noah
Yeah.
Hawley. I think.
I do like
I
a
might be
couple of
butchering his
seasons of
name.
that show quite a bit. So interesting.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's pretty good.
I
so
might
far.
watch it
Pretty
if
good.
it's good. Yeah. Is it like good production values and stuff?
Yeah, it definitely got high production value. Cinematography is pretty great. High concept stuff. Story wise, and Timothy Oliphant is in it as an android, which is fucking fantastic.
I guess.
Dude, he's
Okay.
great.
Fuck
He's
that
awesome.
guy. Fuck that guy.
What?
Though, you know.
What are you talking
Why?
about,
What?
dude? Timothy
What?
Oliphant's amazing. Why
Oh,
would you say fuck that guy?
I'm sorry. Okay, Timothy Oliphant.
Who did you
like Timothy?
Who did you think
I thought you
talking
said
about?
Tim. I thought you said Timothy Chalamet.
Oh,
Timothy
fuck, no.
Chalamet. Fuck
There
Timothy
is
Chalamet.
There is a dude in
Timothy
this
Oliphant.
show.
I like Timothy Oliphant. Deadwood. We're good people. It's okay. We like him.
Yeah. I was about to say I was very shocked to hear you say that, but there is a character
Sorry.
in Alien Earth, not played by Timothy Chalamet, but you could have cast Timothy Chalamet in that role, and it would have been the same.
I don't like that character. Timothy Oliphant.
He's not
Timothy
supposed to be a
Chalamet.
likable character. I will tell you that. So,
Okay.
but yeah, no, I think
All right.
I think it's pretty
We're
great
good.
so
We're
far.
good. I was about to not watch that show. I think now I might watch it.
Yeah. You should check it out.
Quick question, and we should move on. I have not watched the last couple of Alien movies. I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
Do
You don't
I
need to.
have to? Is this unrelated? Okay.
This is they are kind of pretty much ignoring Ridley Scott's prequels entirely, as far as I can tell.
Okay.
They're kind of like, I don't know if you want to call it retconning, but I think they're just kind of like making their own rules for the most part. The show takes place, I think
On Earth.
it's supposed to take place like 10 years before Aliens, like in between Alien 1 and Aliens. I don't know.
Okay.
It's
know.
earlier in the timeline. I don't know. I mean,
Okay,
it also
it's
doesn't
on
have a
Earth.
ton of like. Yes, it's on. I mean, it's about a deep space ship that crash lands on Earth. Like,
Okay.
Weyland
Okay.
Yutani sent a ship out to collect alien specimens,
As
and
they
on
do.
its way back into Earth, it crashes into a city, and that's where shit goes wrong. It's pretty cool, and the main character is a child. This is the coolest part, I think, is that the main character is a child, like a 11-year-old girl who was dying of like cancer or something, and she essentially is volunteered to be the first person on the planet to basically transfer her consciousness into a synthetic body, so it's like an adult with the mind of a child, but she's also like a super powerful like
That's not dangerous
android
at all.
synthetic person. Yeah, it's kind of weird because like, yeah, it's because she's got like the mind of a child, but she's also doesn't have like the hormones that would make you like emotional and stuff. It's very weird, but like it's pretty cool. It
Did Carlos
speaks a lot.
capitalize his Twitch name? Can you do that?
I don't.
Am I
fucking
losing
know.
my mind?
Uh,
It's all caps now.
It is. I mean, Brad,
Can you
here's
do
what you need to
that?
know about Carlos. Carlos will find a way to do just about anything.
I don't think I've ever seen that though.
Carlos sent me a message through Steam today.
Yeah,
Never
who
done
does
that before in his life. He's never done it to me. He sent me a Dexter
Well-
meme through Steam. I don't understand.
Well,
And sometimes, and then of
His
course, there
bit
was-
is that he can't at you in Discord, but anywhere else is fair game.
he used to DM me pictures of his lunch for months on end.
He just
Even when
that's just
I wasn't responding. Sorry, I know we're like people listening at home are
So
like,
you were just a bad
conversation
friend.
pivoted
He was a friend who was reaching out to you, sending you pictures and stuff, and you didn't respond.
It's
And
very
he's
rude.
the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
that's
know,
where we're at.
man. Sounds like you're just a jerk.
Yeah.
I mean, that also could be true.
You should reply back and apologize.
Yeah.
Bog Noise also points out a very funny thing. I didn't think about that, but yeah, that Alien Earth, the character, the little girl in the body of a android, the plot of Poor Things. I forgot about that.
Wait a minute. Is that what was going on in Poor Things?
I mean, not exactly, not like a 1-to-1, but that's
No,
kind
it
of
was like a. Okay, it was like a bit of a Frankenstein thing, right at the beginning. Right? Yeah. Okay,
maybe.
I remember. It
mean,
goes
again, it's
places,
not
so I kind of forgot how that movie started.
Yeah.
It's a long.
I'm just saying, so far, Alien Earth seems like it's going places too. It's having a lot of fun. Production value is pretty damn good. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Okay, maybe I'll watch that. Is Chris Davis going to talk about Battlefield?
Yes,
was hoping
Chris
to.
Davis is going to talk to us.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, I want to prepare everybody. I feel like Chris Davis is going to 4 seconds is all it's going to take. 4 seconds to piss Brad off. I don't know what.
Is
I don't
someone
know
going to
what
pick
shape
this up
it's going.
in Fantasy Critic? Because let me tell you, the hype for this is real. I got people at work I work with that are like
Oh, me too.
hogging for this game. I'm like, oh man,
But
this
like,
must really.
do these
this
people
must
not
really-
remember the last like 3 Battlefield
No.
launches were not great?
No. But yeah, but like I'm saying, like it's
Well,
I can tell this game is going to be huge because people that usually don't talk about games are talking about this.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I hope it's great too. I mean, it certainly looks awesome, and people seem to be having a lot of fun with it. But I feel so kind of like spurned by Battlefield. I mean, and I'm saying this is someone who doesn't really play multiplayer shooters very much, so maybe I shouldn't be talking about it. But I did watch as like the launches of like the last 3 Battlefield games.
I watched I watched a clickbait video from Chris Davis where he's like, I think this shotgun's OP. And then he posts like the best like clip he's ever had. Like he does that shit with the shotgun in every
Yeah.
single one of his fucking matches. That's a
Yeah.
clickbait title. You're everything that's wrong with YouTube. No, the shotgun's not OP. You got lucky once and you uploaded that clip. Like that's what you do all the time. You fucking nerd.
killing 12 people
There it
in a
is.
row.
I don't know if that was 4 seconds, but
Do you kill 12 people in a row every time you use the shotgun in every match?
No, but I can snipe with a
So
shotgun
the
if that
shotgun's
tells you
not
anything.
OP. The shotgun's not OP. You just had a good moment.
Can I talk about Battlefield 6,
All right.
please?
Go for it.
please, God, tell us about Battlefield 6.
This beta started Thursday. I didn't play it until Friday, and I ended up putting over 16 hours into it. According to my stats from EA, I played 44 matches and killed
gross.
nearly 900 people. This grabbed me by the shoulders and just forced me to play it all fucking weekend
Oh my
long,
God.
and I
Just
loved it so
sounds wrong.
fucking much. Yeah, it
It's so
was.
weird. I would have never imagined you would have been into like a modern military shooter.
I know,
It's kind of
right? Why would
surprising.
who plays first person shooters these days? I don't know. But first person shooters are back, and they're being brought back to you by Battlefield 6. It is such a wonderful turnaround from the nightmarish disaster that was 2042. Like 5 had a rough
Was
launch.
that the last one? Was that the
Yeah.
last one?
that was
Yes.
2042 was the last Battlefield?
Yes.
yeah.
Weird.
Also,
Weird.
correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not like an expert on like the history of Battlefield, but I feel like the last time Battlefield was like respected in like the long term, maybe was Battlefield 1. Is that
Yes.
accurate?
That's correct. The
Okay.
World War I game, yes.
Was
Yeah,
that
and that
not
was
the one
like-
before 2042?
That was before Battlefield 5. So Battlefield 1 was like 2015, I think. And then 5 came out, and that was like 2017, 2018. And then 2020 was 2014.
Where did that cop game come out? Was that did that
Hardline?
game ever come out?
Hardline was after Battlefield 4.
Hardline, yes.
Yeah. And
And that
honestly,
was bad.
no, it wasn't.
Okay.
It was just mediocre.
Hit us with the one factoid we all know about Battlefield Hardline.
You can arrest other players.
What? I mean, that's a cool idea.
Okay, I was thinking about Battlefield 2142, which is
2142. Well, 2142 had mechs, and that was awesome.
There's a 2042 and a 2142.
2142 is like ancient history, and
Yeah.
I don't think people like that one that much. It came out literally after Battlefield 2.
Yeah, but it was set in the
Holy
future,
shit.
and it had mechs, and that was awesome. And part of the cool thing about Battlefield
it
4
wasn't
was that towards the end of its development, it started having teasers for 2142. Like one of the last levels that they released for that game featured like a hangar where they were developing one of those hover aircraft carriers that you see in 2142. That was fucking cool.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Connective tissue. I like that. So this beta for Battlefield 6, how many maps and like give me all that shit. I don't know anything about this beta.
There were only 3 maps. There were 2 mostly infantry focused maps set in urban environments, and then there was one medium sized outdoorsy cliff mountain thing. And
Okay.
I don't feel like those were like a best representation of what they can do with 6 and what the core like mass battle experience of a proper Battlefield game is.
I feel like that's what they should be testing, right? I feel like that would be like the thing that you really kind of want to push the boundaries of what you can do in a beta, right?
Well, the problem is that I think there's a lot in this game so far that is a night and day reaction to 2042, because 2042 was in itself ambitious. All the maps were gigantic, but they were all designed for 128 players.
And if you don't have 128 players, it's like a desert.
No, they would fill it in with quote unquote AI, and they're doing that in this too. But so far, the player numbers are nuts. I doubt anybody is actually encountering AI. Now it just. The problem with when you build a map to that scale...
That's not true. I heard when he went with the shotgun and hit 12 guys in a row, most of them were AI.
Well...
Dang.
That's false. Anyway, so the thing is that when you design your game towards 128 players as the base model, which what 2142 or 2042 was, you don't account for all the aspects of combat. So there's a desert level in 2042 that is huge, and it's got an urban section, and it's got this stadium you can fight in, but in between is a lot of sand dunes. So there's almost zero cover going on. So it is a sniper's fucking paradise. So you're constantly dying before you can even move between objectives. And that was just a case with a lot of 2042. And in this, the beta is directly addressing that, I think, by starting with these much smaller maps that are much more urban focused, has a lot more cover going around, and giving you like a good taste of, I think, of the variety of encounters you can get. Granted, 2 of the maps, again, because they're urban environments, it's a lot of running down alleys and corridors and streets and going into buildings and having fights and things like that. A lot of close quarters, a lot of tight spaces. But you get the other flip side of that with the mountain map that also launches with it, which has the tanks, the helicopters, the planes, all that stuff going on. Plenty of room for you to explore.
So there is some of that in the beta.
Yeah, there is. There definitely is. And the thing is that this is a 2-part beta. The second part starts tomorrow and runs through this weekend. And in that, they're adding the Brooklyn map, which is supposed to be another medium-sized map. So you'll have a lot more opportunities for varied combat encounters.
And I imagine you're going to be playing in that beta as well.
Oh, 100%, man. I am all in on it. This game so far is so fucking good. They have so many smart ideas going on. The best mechanic that they have ever had, I think, apart from just like environmental destruction in the history of Battlefield, is what they introduced in here, which is the drag and revive mechanic. So if you go down or someone near you goes down and they're in a revivable state, if they're on your squad or if you are a support class, you can go up to them, grab a hold of their collar, and pull them away from where they died into cover where you could take a few seconds to revive them.
Can you fire your gun at all while you're pulling them with one hand?
Oh, no. Yeah, you can't do anything in that state. So you were particularly vulnerable. Okay. But that also plays into like the team mechanics and really sticking with your squad to survive and advance. Yeah. It is so fucking smart. Like they do some balance changes in this that make me scratch my head. They have in its current state, they have nerfed one of the primary classes, the assault class. The assault class traditionally has always been you've got an assault rifle, you've got a medical kit that you can deploy to heal in an AoE space, and you can revive your guys with shock paddles. Okay? That's always been like.
Are you describing the medic? Isn't that the medic?
Yeah, I'm describing the medic, the assault class. That's in most Battlefield games.
The assault class is the medic?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. And then you had the support class.
It's been a while since I played Battlefield.
Okay. Yeah, so you also had the support class, in which when you're doing that, it's like the medic, but it's for ammo. So you're putting down packs for ammo and things like that. Support class tended to be the least played class. But now it's switched to where support is probably the best class because it takes it combines the ammo and the health aspects of the packs from the assault and the support. So you put that down, you're healing and resupplying people. And they gave them the revive ability with the shock paddles. So at this point...
Can I say, you're calling it genius. I'm calling it, why wasn't it always like that? Because it sounds really stupid that the assault class is the healer and the support class doesn't do the healing. Doesn't make sense.
No, I agree with you.
I'm glad they made it normal.
They
made it normal like other games.
Yeah, so they took away the core identity of assault, and they've promised, but it's not in the beta, a focus on really having the assault class be about assaulting and being really offensive focused. They really haven't described that well. I think what that means.
I fucking thought.
But how they're initially doing it as of the beta is that instead of you having one primary, you have two primaries, and you have a grenade launcher. So that's sort of a step in the right direction, but I don't think that's the right way to do it. But either way, the
I understand what you're saying. It's so funny that what you're saying is like you're saying the most obvious things in the world and spinning it like it's genius. But it's funny. It's just funny. The conversation is funny. Continue.
The support class has become the best class in this game, and I love running around doing that. My love for that is only surpassed by playing recon with shotguns, because.
Which, by the way, recon does not actually do any reconnaissance in Battlefield. They're the sniper.
Well, that's not entirely true.
Wait, Chris Davis.
I'm not kidding.
Okay.
I mean,
I can't tell who's joking anymore. I literally can't tell who's joking anymore.
No, the thing about recon as of the beta is that it's a lot like Battlefield 4, in which the idea is that their main mechanic is to set down respawn beacons on the map. So instead of having to respawn on your squad mates or on a point you control, you can go to that beacon instead. So if you want to make
like reconnaissance,
I mean, kind of, yeah. Anyway,
a little bit, not really.
Engineer needs a buff, but I think that can be easily fixed. I also love engineers; they're so fun good, but I just love Battlefield.
Did you crash any helicopters? Any helicopters?
Yeah, I crashed a helicopter by shooting it with a tank, and that was glorious.
I want to know if you got into the cockpit of a helicopter, tried to fly it, and then crashed it horribly.
Oh, I did not play any aerial vehicles. Which is something I probably should do, but it's always the first thing people take when they start a map. So I never had the opportunity.
Yeah, that was my experience.
Yeah,
Certainly
I remember being
Battlefield.
so excited. I remember being so excited when Battlefield 4 came out because I was I was like, oh my god, it's like Call of Duty, but I can jump into a plane. This is gonna be great. And like just match after match, just like one trying to get into a plane first, and that right when it does happen, I crashed the thing almost immediately, and I was like, okay, this is ceasing to be fun.
That's one of the things I want to test out is that they promised that for the helicopter and the planes, that they now have a much easier to control system behind it, which makes me think like, what's the next logical step? It might be something along the lines of maybe Ace Combat or something.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think they're very interested in. I mean, they obviously want to reestablish dominance within like the first person shooter, military shooter, right? Call of Duty being the obvious comparison, and like the way you do that is by improving all the systems and making it fun. And they have this really good thing going. They've always had this good thing going about the vehicles. Like that's kind of been the thing that I think has made Battlefield stand out for such a long time. But they've always been kind of inaccessible. If you can make that aspect more accessible and like make that like a part of the average experience that the average player is having, and not require you to be like some peak player to experience that stuff, then like I think they'll have a win. But like I'm so
I mean,
I would have bid on this. I'm not entirely sure if I trust them to pull it off. But
the beta is doing.
The beta sounds like it's going well.
Did you hear the Steam numbers alone for its play? It's concurrent.
No, but I assume its
24-hour peak is higher than any Call of Duty game ever on Steam.
Oh, this guy's always had a boner against Call of Duty when it comes to Battlefield. Or not,
but he also loves Call of Duty, so
he's got a Battlefield. But no, he doesn't. He's always talked shit. He's always talked shit about Call of Duty.
I mean, think about that for a second. Like a beta for a game, and
I just ask a basic bitch question.
Like, what is your basic bitch question?
Well, I mean, I think that just speaks to like how much people want Battlefield to be good. They want Battlefield to be successful because if they can pull it off, if they can make it good, it has the potential to be like one of the greats.
Yes.
It's just like they've kind of dropped the ball over and over and over again. So like that's the only reason I'm a little skeptical. But I really do hope they pull it off. My basic bitch question is because I can't really seem to find it. To be fair, I haven't looked super hard because this is a multiplayer shooter. But like, is there a campaign in this game?
Don't say it.
I want to know. Is there a campaign?
There is.
It feels like a wishy-washy answer.
There is, but they're not talking about it as a thing.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, that makes me a little worried.
Yeah, but like I don't know what the scope of it is. I don't know what whether it's going to be like levels in 5 and 1, or if it's going to be like an actual campaign like it was in 4. They're not saying. But I think the right thing for them is to focus on
it's still a modern military shooter, so do we really care about a campaign?
Well, I mean, there have been great modern military shooter campaigns, and I think at least for a long time, it seemed like they were trying to kind of chase the Modern Warfare campaign glory. Those days might be over. But here's my question for you, Brett, because you're so like in tune to like reviews and shit. Let's say it comes out and it has a campaign that they haven't really been talking about, and the multiplayer is everything they're saying is great about this beta, and it's super awesome. But the campaign's there, and it kind of fucking sucks. Does that bring the whole thing down,
I don't think it
or do
brings
people just say
score
fuck it?
Down as much as it would like a Call of Duty game where they've made much bigger deals about their campaign in the past. Like 99% of people who care about Battlefield do not care about the campaign. They're there to play multiplayer matches. And like Call of Duty, I mean, people are like that with Call of Duty as well. But like I said, those campaigns used to be like quality games, and then they became not that, and then they started separating it, and it was all like a mess. And then there's like they made a battle royale mode. Like it's different. So no, I don't think it like drags down a score or anything. Are you asking for like fantasy critic reasons?
No, I mean, I'm just genuinely. I mean, partially maybe, but I'm genuinely curious. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably a decent pickup for
because it does make me nervous that they're not talking about it. Makes me nervous.
I think betting
If
on
it exists.
multiplayer as a rule for Fantasy Critic, typically I would say stay away from multiplayer. It's not worth it because things can go bad.
Yeah.
But
Especially
the
at
hype
launch,
seems
too.
real for this one,
Yeah.
and EA has come out and said like this has to be a success, and they said it in such a way like they're all in on Battlefield, and if it's a failure, then maybe EA is a failure. It's kind of like what they were making it sound like, outside of their sports games or whatever. But yeah.
But as far as the campaign goes,
I'm glad it sounds like it's going well. So
I will say, like, this is me reading into it, but Motive is contributing to the game. I don't know what capacity, but they were the team responsible for the campaign for Battlefront 2. And that was okay. I've got my own gripes about it. Huh?
No, that's the thing. It's only ever been like, okay, like they're not good. They're not good. They've only ever been fine. Even Bad Company, fine. It's true.
Bad Company got by in its world destruction. Like, it just made everything kind of around it better.
Which speaking of,
even when it was kind of mid,
the destruction is really good in this. I gotta say, it doesn't.
That's cool.
It's still not to like that generational level of Bad Company 2 where you can destroy everything. There's still a lot of the environment you just cannot destroy. But the attention to detail about interior environments and how, like, you'll have entire building blocks that are connected, just separated by a wall. Just blow up that wall and go to the next room. People below you, blow up the floor, take them out from the ceiling. Things like that.
I mean, honestly, in the past, I almost feel like maybe some of the problem has been they've just been so kind of obsessed with trying to separate themselves by chasing that tech, when maybe like that's not the most important thing. Maybe you don't have to make everything destructible. Maybe just making a few key things destructible, like so you can do things like what you just mentioned, is like more than enough to like satisfy people.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I just feel like it's getting crazy trying to
I understand that perspective, but I think it's also like, I also think back like to the original days of like Battlefield 3 and 4. Like 3 was people really liked 3, even though it had a lot of issues, a lot of EA bullshit that was going on. Remember, this was the time of the online pass controversies going on. Battlefield 3 had a separate web-based server browser. You had to go into your browser, log into the Battlefield 3 website to find a server to join the multiplayer. Like, it was
that.
It wasn't smart.
Bad.
But the thing was, like, destruction was a thing that was not part of 3 for the most part. And going from Bad Company 2 to 3, like, people fucking noticed and they complained. And what happened with Battlefield 4? What is one of the biggest showcase things they do is destruction. In fact, they make it a level event. So
I mean, I'm not saying destruction is like, our level events were like when the building collapsed and shit, right?
I mean,
remember
yeah,
that being
like
a part-
Siege of Shanghai with
wasn't that part of a map
the
in Battlefield
100-story tower. Yeah, I mean, that was.
Yeah.
But also, there was genuine like blowing up walls and collapsing some small buildings.
I'm not
and
saying
things like that.
I mean, I'm not saying that's not important. I just feel like it's almost like Battlefield 2 set a precedent that they've been chasing for so long, and it's just kind of like a lot of other elements took a hit because they were so focused on it. But whatever. I'm digressing because I'm not a Battlefield expert, so we can move on from that.
Yeah,
hey, this looks good.
I'll end on just saying, like, it feels like everything that was bad about 2042 and even about the nastiness of Battlefront 2 feels like they've addressed it in some way.
Never trust EA.
No, don't never, ever, ever trust EA in any capacity whatsoever. Wait
Except
until
this
reviews
time.
are out. Do not pre-order this game, but play the beta, decide if you like it, and then maybe when it launches, buy it. Otherwise, no. don't fucking trust you.
I mean, I'm canceling my pre-order.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I didn't pre-order it. But you know what? I really hope it sticks to landing because it is a game I would like to try. I hope someone gets this on
Speaking of
Steam so I can
landing,
play it.
Speaking of landing, maybe we should wrap things up with the 4-player minute, Nick.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. Brad, start us off with the 4-player
I do
minute.
have a 4-player minute. My 4-player minute is
God.
about Monster Hunter Wilds. So big news in the world of Monster Hunter is they moved up. So there was a title update coming in September. And these are kind of like the big free updates that they do that introduce like new monsters, new systems, all that. Well, they decided to move up like a chunk of that to like today, to last night. And it's actually a significant, it was just a patch, but they introduced like some significant shit. And let me tell you, the slot machine is back and it feels good. So they introduced a new tier of difficult monster. They now have 9-star, like all of the monsters that had 8-star versions that were like previously the hardest monsters in the game, which they did this to all of the Apexes, Gormagala, Arkveld, like all the in-game monsters from the base game, and every new monster that they release afterwards, like Mizutsune and then like Seregios and stuff, those also got 8-star versions. All those monsters, there's about like 10 now have 9-star 5 strength difficulty fights, and they're insanely difficult. Like we're getting into master rank territory. Shit should not be this hard outside of like events or something in a base Monster Hunter game, but that's fine because all people were saying was like, it's too easy, it's too easy, it's too easy. I'll tell you this, Monster Hunter Wilds is no longer too easy. It is, you have to have your A game or be with a really good team. I play solo, but whatever. I did a bunch of hunts last night and today, and I can't stop because they also brought back randomly rolled talismans as rewards. Like you'll get like all the rewards for these hardest hunts in the game for these like 10 monsters are these new kind of drops, which are these randomly rolled talismans. And the talismans are crazy because they have so many skills and slots on them. I think even more so than what they were doing in Sunbreak or Rise post game. And it's crazy because now the hardest hunts in the game, which people wanted, which I've wanted, now have like insane rewards, and I don't want to stop because I've seen, and this kind of sucks, but I've seen some crazy stuff out there that has my desire index through the roof, right? Like I am now, all I want to do is hunt these fucking monsters because these rewards are spicy. And I've gotten some good ones, but I've seen some out there that are like crazy and I want them bad. So Monster Hunter, like pretty much all of their updates and patches, there's been some like stupid like graphics going around, like, oh, the release schedule for updates to Monster Hunter World are better than they are for Wild, or is more consistent. But the truth is like each of those updates didn't have as much like stuff and like game changing stuff as every single update and now patches have had for Wilds. So I think in the same amount of time, they've accomplished way more in terms of like changing the experience of Monster Hunter Wilds than they ever did for World in that first year. So I think some of those people are full of shit. It's good, it's challenging, and it's fun and addictive, and it's really good. So try out the latest patch. If you have not played Monster Hunter Wilds since, I don't know, Zoshia or whatever, there is so much more going on now. It's crazy.
I'm still
but you
waiting,
did miss the flame.
trying to figure out.
You missed 2 festivals though, Nick. So like,
I know,
but whatever. You're not a Monster Hunter like.
it is one of the games I want to make sure I find time for. But
you're not a Monster Hunter lifestyle person. You're a Monster Hunter.
I'm definitely
a vacationer or like a visitor. You're a visitor, and we love you.
I'm a basic bitch.
We love you for it. But you know, I'm now like 230 hours into Wilds, and it just got addictive. So now what? It's always been addictive, of course, but now they have a slot machine, and I don't want to stop. That's all.
That's how
my
gambling works.
Monster Hunter Wilds is back. I got very little sleep last night, and it was the first day I had to wake up early to take Henry to school, and I went to bed like at 2 a.m.
Now we're
It wasn't good. It wasn't.
Now
good.
we're talking responsible choices. Yeah. Responsible choices. All right, Chris Davis, you're up.
Well,
and Lance got buffs.
My God.
We every fucking week. I
mean, literally not
think,
every week. Okay, but now that you're getting into the world of Battlefield, I can't wait to do this to you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't take the bait.
Yeah. I can't help but my gaming life is on hold at the moment. All I want to do is play Battlefield 6. That's all I want. Like
That's gaming, bro. What are you talking about?
That's all I want to do. I don't want to play anything else. Anything else on the radar has been pushed away. Like the minute the Battlefield 6 beta officially ends and I can no longer access this executable, maybe I might start playing other things. But at this point, Donkey Kong, go away. Half of my library, go away. No, I'm good. I just want to. They have the most delicious, wonderful thing.
What is wrong with you guys? Y'all hate Donkey Kong?
Playing Donkey Kong. I didn't take my.
Wait, Chris Davis finished it. You finished Donkey Kong. What are you talking about?
I didn't finish it.
You didn't finish Donkey Kong?
No, I got halfway through and I stopped. I stopped because I was afraid I was going way too fast through this game. So I started playing a couple of things to slow down, and then I never came back to it. It wasn't until
So he was edging. He was edging with Donkey Kong, and then he just got to the point where he didn't.
Did y'all at least get to the Elephant Bonanza? Can we talk about the Elephant Bonanza?
No, we can't yet. I'm not there yet.
Oh my God.
I've got the ostrich and the zebra. I just got to the resort area, so. Well, I thought the game, I thought I was advancing way too fast, so I stopped because I thought the game wasn't going to be much longer than I was. Turns out I may have just hit the midpoint boss, so. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
Can we just acknowledge that Chris Davis is edging with video games and it's ruining his gaming orgasm? That's what this seems like. No, nobody else. Okay, fine. That's what it sounds like. Go ahead.
I don't like that there is a clean recording of that on the internet now. I feel like that's going to be used for evil purposes.
If a tree falls in the woods, though, you know what I'm saying?
Mr. Papashot said he's ruining his bonanza.
Anyway,
love it.
No, I'll actually have some new things to talk about for next show.
Or you could just finish Donkey Kong.
Or you can just finish Donkey Kong.
I might finish it in the next 2 weeks, but I'll finish Donkey Kong before Metal Gear comes out. I'll promise you that.
Oh my God, that's coming soon too. Okay.
2 weeks.
Well, the good news is you've played Metal Gear Solid 3 before.
True.
My 4-player minute starts now. So Gamescom is coming up later this month. I believe opening night is on the 19th, I think. And it looks like we're going to be getting our first deep dive into Resident Evil Requiem, aka Resident Evil 9. Which, I feel like my anticipation of Resident Evils tends to kind of it's very subdued until I finally see it, and then I get super excited. So I'm looking forward to finding out more about it. I'm anticipating that there will probably be a Resident Evil 9 or Requiem demo playable for us to play and talk about on this podcast before the end of the month, because that seems to be kind of what they do, right? They did it. Yeah. They've done that before, where they released the demo for Resident Evil 7. I think they did the same thing with Village, and it was after opening night live, it was available now on.
I guess they've all had demos.
Yeah. They've been doing demos, so
timing feels about right. Either that
kind of exciting.
Or Game Awards, but I guess Game Awards is kind of late.
Yeah,
for a
Game
demo,
Awards is
maybe.
November, and it's coming out in January.
But like, what?
So
But what if it's just the teaser where you're like running around as the new lady, and it's like not really like
I
combat
don't know.
or anything? That would be kind of a bummer. But that feels like maybe what they would do. I hope it's not that. Also, there's gonna be
Yeah.
a Silk Song demo, which is crazy.
Is that confirmed?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a
Did I
Silksong
miss
demo
that? Sorry, I
at
was completely
Gamescom.
I was completely disconnected for the most part from like video game news last week. That's crazy. That means maybe we'll get maybe an announcement at Gamescom.
Like, yeah, I can't imagine
Is it happening?
that like the Jeff Keighley thing is
Well, calm
not
down.
where we would hear about Silksong's date. If it is
If we don't
coming
get
out this year, it has to be
Yeah.
like it makes sense that this is when we would find out about it.
It would be
If there
hilarious
is not
to
a
me
date
if it was
announced at Game,
just the 2019 demo. It would be hilarious to me.
I mean that would be
It's
pretty
not
funny.
even-
But
that's
that
not
that
literally not
demo
possible.
that demo was literally for Silksong when it was just an expansion to the original
Mhm.
Hollow Knight.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be a shadow drop. I think we are primed for a shadow drop. I think if any game was ever primed to like be a shadow drop, it's Silksong.
It'd be Hollow Knight.
But it could be
Oh.
at the Game Awards as well. So that would really like, if they want to piss people off the most, you shadow drop it at the Game Awards when everyone thinks it's never going to happen. That'd be pretty good.
I think it's safe to say that like it's going to happen at one of these It's going to happen at one of these key events.
I think it wants to win awards though, and it can't win awards if it comes out at the Game Awards. It has to come out now.
That is
Think about
true. That is true.
All these
That's a good point.
motherfuckers,
Dude, I think it's
prestige
happening.
games, they want to win the Game of the Year awards.
I mean, but that's not
Oh my
happening because
God.
it's Expedition 33.
Oh, shut your mouth. That is a great game,
I
though.
mean,
All right,
it's
guys.
a great game, but like Silksong is a competitor for sure. I imagine.
Maybe in
All right.
spirit. In reality, it's a whole.
We'll find
You've
out.
probably never even played Hollow Knight. You've never played Hollow Knight.
Correct.
Oh my God, that's right. Okay, guys, everybody shut up. Everybody shut your mouth. All right, guys, thank you for listening this week. Of course, we will return to our normal recording time of Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central on twitch.tv/4Player Podcast next week. Thank you to everyone who tuned in, even though it's a Wednesday night. We really appreciate you hanging out and talking to us about video games. If you're not a member of our Discord, please jump in there. We'd love to have you. Stop into that introductions channel. Tell us a little about yourself, maybe what you're playing right now. We'd love to hear from you guys. You can find us at discord.gg/4player. And yeah, we'll be back next week. In the meantime, everybody be good to each other, play video games, and good night.